My name's Alexis Campestre, and welcome to a quick tutorial on how to set up a client dashboard in the SRT reporting tool. What we will do: first, we're going to duplicate the template. Then we'll rename the report. Next, we'll configure the connections for both SEMrush and CallRail. Then select the appropriate Google Analytics data source specific to our client. We'll review the report for accuracy. And finally, we'll share the report with our franchisee or client. Okay, so this is what the dashboard looks like whenever you first get it. And what we want to do is make a copy of this report. We're going to set it up for a new client called myorganicformula.com. So we'll make a copy here. These are the various data sources that we're going to be pulling in. Nothing to do here on this screen, but simply click Copy Report. Once our report has been duplicated, we want to ensure to rename it appropriately. So in this case, we're going to call it myorganicformula.com monthly SEO report. Once we've renamed the report, go ahead and click on Resource. Then Manage Added Data Sources. This is a screen where we can configure all of our data sources. We're only going to configure the SEMrush and the CallRail data sources. We'll start with the visibility report. Click on Edit. Now the first thing that we want to do is rename the connection that we're configuring. We do this up at the very top. I'm going to delete embedded, and simply copy and paste myorganicformula.com. Next, under Position Tracking Campaign, we want to select the appropriate project ID and name. In this case, it's myorganicformula.com. We want to change the domain to myorganicformula.com, and we want to change the business name. None of the other settings on the screen need to be changed. Then click Reconnect. And apply. And we can press done. Now you can see that this has already been updated. We'll do our SEMrush organic positions tracking connection next. Click Edit. Again, we want to change the name of the configured data source to our client's domain name. Same as before, we want to change the project to myorganicformula.com. We want to update the domain to myorganicformula.com. And then we want to type in myorganicformula. It's important to spell this name exactly as it is, as the business name is listed. And then click Reconnect. Allow. And apply. And now we can click Done. Now this data source has been appropriately configured. We can see it's been renamed. Next, we'll do a CallRail. We'll start with the form summary. Let's go ahead and update the name of the data source with our domain name. We'll leave account the same, group by company. And everything else stays the same. Click Reconnect, Continue, and Done. Next, we'll reconfigure our call summary data source. Click Edit, update the name. Here, we actually are going to need to make a small change. We're going to change our company to Digital Marketing Missoula. Now, in this case, I actually don't have an account set up for Digital Marketing Missoula at CallRail. So we're going to just select any of them in this case. But we should be selecting My Organic Formula. And then we click Next. Everything else stays the same. Click Reconnect. Apply. And now done. And all of our data sources have been appropriately configured. We can click Close. Now we want to click View. And our next step, just looking back at our PowerPoint, so far we duplicated the report, the template, we renamed it, we configured our connections for SEMrush and CallRail. Now we're selecting the appropriate Google Analytics data source. Again, in this case, I don't have My Organic Formula as one of my options. So I'll just go ahead and select Digital Marketing Missoula, my own company. To reiterate, I should be selecting My Organic Formula to stay consistent with our current example, but I don't have access to it in this particular setting. Next, we want to just go ahead and share it. Well, first we want to take a look at our report, ensure that all the information looks appropriate. We want to click on the SERPs page on the left-hand side. You can see that My Organic Formula has been updated in the business name field at the top. We have myorganicformula.com down at the bottom. And we can see that the keywords feeding into the report are the keywords that are related to the business. So we've reviewed the report. Everything seems accurate. Now we want to share the report. All we do is click on Share. Now, let's say we want to share it with our franchisee. What we want to do is type in our franchisee's email address. We want to ensure that we leave our option for Can View as the selected choice. And then we click Send. Now the franchisee has access to this report. That is a wrap up. For the most part, I think we covered everything. If you have any additional questions, feel free to drop me an email at the link below.